DeWitt Scott back for another edition of Moraine Reads. And this week I want to talk about a book entitled Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery, written by Naim Akbar. Naim Akbar is one of the preeminent or prominent black psychologists in the nation. He has written unbelievable amount of books on the psychological state of black people, causes and effects, and what to do to move forward. This here is arguably his most popular book, Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery. In this book, he talks about the effect that slavery had on the long-term intergenerational behavior, psychological outlook on black people. He talks about it specifically from a work standpoint, how being forced to work sort of affected the views or the attitudes of black people when it comes to work, even all the way up until the 21st century. He also talks about the sort of mind state that black people have when it comes to viewing what is good versus what is bad. Light-skinned black people tend to be looked at as more beautiful, more pretty prettier than dark-skinned blacks, and also the mindset of chasing materialistic things versus other things that may have a longer term effect on black people, such as owning your own businesses, creating legacies and other ways through community work and other avenues, versus just chasing money, status, cars, jewelry, things that look good on the outside but don't have any sort of long-term intrinsic value. The book, again, is one of his best. I absolutely enjoyed it. I've owned the book for a very long time. I read it for the first time as a college student, and not only did the book have a profound effect, but Dr. Akbar had a profound effect on me. He, again, written a number of other books. This is Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery, which really was a sequel to Chains and Images of Psychological Slavery, where he sort of, this was written in 83, I believe, 1983, and he sort of put the idea out there in the beginning, and he followed up with the sequel. But other books that I've also liked, The Community of Self by Dr. Akbar, really good book that talks about just black identity in America. Also, Know Thyself, which was one of my favorites, where he talks about what is known as knowledge of self. Black people, he states, which I agree, that it's very difficult for black people to learn anything if they do not first know themselves, who they are, where they come from. And then he has another one that I have written specifically for a black man called Visions for Black Men, where he talks about what it means to be a black man, a father, a leader, just a community servant. So Dr. Akbar, one of the best black psychologists in the world. Check him out. Long bibliography, excuse me.